Welcome back to ITV Nightlife, where we feature the best of DJs and nightclubs from around the world. I'm your host, Darren, and right now we're sitting at the W Hotel in Seattle, Washington, with the one, the only, the infamous Matt Darey. Matt, how's it going this evening?
I'm really good. I've just flown in from the border of Mexico this morning. I saw the sunset in Mexico, and sunrise in Mexico rather, and the sunset in Seattle. So, but I'm used to that. It's good, all good, you know.
Awesome.
Ready to party.
So tell me a little about your party that you're going to be spinning at tonight. What do our Seattleites have in store for them?
Tonight we've got a lot of local talent, a ton of DJs. I mean, too many to mention almost. And then there's myself. I'll be playing like the main set. The kind of sound is a mixture of house, progressive, anything that goes. You know, I've been playing for quite a few years now, and I play all different genres. So I just see what kind of crowd it is. You know, it's going to be an awesome party though.
And speaking of the years that you've been spinning for, 15 years in the game is what I found in my research. 17 years.
17 years.
Okay,
yeah,
17 years in the game. You were at Winter Music Conference this year. You won, I believe, the award for the 2008 podcast series. Tell me a little about your Nocturnal podcast series.
Nocturnal is it's a radio show that I started for fun 4 years ago. My friend at Ministry of Sound said, "Do me a radio show. You know, it'll only take you like an hour each week to do." So I did it, and then I decided to send it to a few radio stations, you know, like XM Sirius, and they jumped on it, and now it's every Saturday night on XM Sirius, and we've got 130 of those type of stations, you know, FM and satellite and stuff across the world. So I just go round the world all the time, just from country, capital to capital, and you know, city to city every weekend. I mean, I love it because if it wasn't my job, it would be my hobby, you know.
And that is, it must be a fun job to have. I mean, seeing the world, traveling around, spinning music, making people feel good.
Yeah, it's fun.
What made you get started in all of this? I mean, what was the one deciding factor that said, hey, you know what, I'm gonna start spinning music, and I'm going to start making people dance and make them have fun? Was it something you started in your living room and then just transcended into the nightlife scene?
I actually started as a singer in a rock band when I was 16, and we went on tour for a couple of years, and then I went to my first rave. It was actually a Carl Cox rave, and I just changed from one thing to the other overnight, because it was just crazy. It was the craziest time I'd ever had in my life, you know? And I did dance music ever since, you know.
And speaking of Carl Cox, Sarah, who obviously told me a little bit about you, represents Carl Cox, met with her and hung out with Carl Cox at Winter Music Conference. The influences that you've had in the past, tell me about who inspires you, or is there somebody you look up to in the industry that makes you want to keep making music and keep spinning music?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of DJs, there's a lot of people who I couldn't really pick out one person who's really inspired me, because in my time off from dance music, I listen to rock bands, and when I'm listening to dance music, probably the person who's always understood me right from the beginning of my career was Paul Oakenfold, and he's always got where I'm coming from, right until now, where I'm a DJ in one life, and I have a rock band called Urban Astronauts, and he just loves this new sound, because it's pushing. He's one of these people who always wants to push things forward, you know.
Absolutely, and we've actually had Paul on ITV a long time ago. Back in the day, and he's working with people like Kenneth Thomas on the Perfecto label, and really growing and developing new talent. Tell me a little bit about Urban Astronauts and what that's all about.
Yeah, Urban Astronauts is, like I say, I started off in a band, and now I've come full circle. It became just making dance music for me after 17 years, I just thought I want to stick my neck out and do something totally original now. And I listen to rock music, I listen to bands like Sneaker Pimps, U2, Coldplay, all the big bands, a lot of indie rock bands as well. And in my time out, when I'm driving the car and stuff, and I've mixed that with electronica, and it's classic songs, you know, like classic full songs rather than like chopped up bits of vocal and stuff. So it's really it's a real departure from the music that I've been known to make. Yeah.
So when do we expect to see the Urban Astronauts live, not just your DJ set, in the States here?
I've pretty much just finished the album, so I'm just kind of working out how we're going to put this on tour, because it's a live orientated thing, and I would guess give me like 4 or 5 months and I'll have us on tour. You know, the main problem is the band is in London, so I've got to get all these guys to kind of migrate around the world now, which they're up for. You know, I asked them that question before we even started, so it's just a question of sorting out the logistics. So yeah, maybe the end of the year.
All right. Well, you know, is there anything you want to let our ITV viewers know about that we didn't cover in the interview? Something secret that you got working in the project, something secret in the mix that you're allowed to let us know about, or can we get the first run story?
Yeah, well, I guess the biggest thing, the biggest revolution over the last kind of 3 years in how music is listened to has been podcasting, and you can download the podcast, the Nocturnal podcast, which is a weekly thing, from iTunes or from mattdarey.com, myspace.com/mattdarey, all the Twitter, you know, everything. So check it out, you know, check it out and see what you think. And Urban Astronauts, which is it's getting a lot of great feedback just for its originality, is on. We have a MySpace Urban Astronauts UK.
And that's Matt with 2 T's, D-A-R-E-Y.
D-A-R-E-Y.
D-A-R-E-Y, ITV viewers out there.
Yeah, so that's mattdarey.com.
Awesome. Well,
Easy.
Matt, thank you very much for coming on ITV.
Hey, my pleasure, mate.
Absolutely. Have a great show tonight.
Cheers, it'll be fun.
It will be. Don't forget you can go to our website, itvnw.com, where you can register to become an ITV VIP member, enter to win free prizes, and win guest appearances on the show.
I'm attorney Alexander Ransom. Have you been charged with a DUI or faced any other criminal charges? If you're in trouble with the law, you need a trial attorney who's aggressive, experienced, and effective. Call today for a free consultation. The law offices of Alexander Ransom. I look forward to serving you and getting your criminal charges reduced or dismissed. Call today. The law offices of Alexander Ransom. Call today.
Oh, baby, you are the best. You are the best. You're so strong. You're so strong. So much support.
Our systems will rock your world.